Mike was muted. What is poppin', yo? Another day, another morning in the office, bro. So yesterday, we ended up. Hold on, let me see what the camera view looked like real quick. It looks shit. Okay, cool. So yesterday we went ahead and saw that, or we went ahead and put out a setup into the market of an entry. I said I was gonna let it ride for a bit, and we were gonna check it out later. I ended up deleting that, but we did go pretty well. It was a damn good fucking trade. I'm not gonna lie. Hold up. Just let me go ahead and get all my shit ready. I can love you. I can love you better than she can. Alright, bro. So, anyhow, like I said, yesterday we went ahead and set a TP, stop loss, blah, blah, blah. We took a trade, hypothetically speaking. These hypothetical trades that I take every day are basically just representation of the trade that I would actually be taking at that actual moment if I did take a trade. Now, today I do believe we have news, so I would not be trading technically. But we can go ahead and look at that real quick. Forex Factory, open that joint up. Yeah, we have German Flash PMI and then secondary German Flash Services PMI. So we got two PMIs and that hit at 2 a.m. Red folder days, I don't trade. So today would have been a day that I wouldn't have been trading. What we can do is back test. Now, like I said, last night I went ahead and deleted the take profit, stop loss, and all that. I did post it on my Instagram. If anybody was interested, that's Ev's OnlyFan on IG. But I went ahead and closed out that trade position, everything, took a picture of it, put the profit on the day, which was 2.15K on that trade. And now we're going to go ahead and start back testing. I did want to go ahead and write notes down about what my trading strategy was and how it's developed. So I went ahead and took some notes on a notebook, which you probably can't see everything I'm writing, which is probably for the best. But that was the notes that I took from last night. I want to go ahead and keep trying this strategy out. I think I tested it maybe 5 times. I did record it at first. Went to look back at the film and the footage was quite shit. So it had a lot of like breaking up and I was glitching and tweaking out. So yeah, definitely not going to be doing that one again. But the purpose of the video wasn't necessarily to post a video, but it was more of I just wanted some form of documentation on it. Which there was no audio or anything for that. It was just me listening to music and jamming out while I backtest. So, like I said, it was rather it was gonna get posted to my archives, or it was just gonna be sitting somewhere in YouTube, edited at 2x speed type shit. So, and I think that lasted about 3 or 4 hours late at night. So I think I started at around like 5 or 6. I want to say 6, or maybe even 7. But I got off at around 8:39. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and like I said, we're gonna go see if we can back test real quick. Cause your boy is not trying to trade today. So we are on the. Let me scale to the 1 hour real quick. Mark out these lines. I can love you. I can love you better than she can. Alright, so we are currently at 12:07/2023. Let's see what we got going on here, man. Going the 1 hour. I'm going to go ahead and just narrate what I was basically practicing yesterday for my strategy. And obviously, if you've been watching some of these videos for the past few days, this is the same strategy. It might have changed just a twee bit. But I'm just trying to tweak it in and make sure that everything is sound and perfect before I start trading for the funded account. Now, one thing I do want to go ahead and tell you guys is this is just a trading strategy, right? These are not 100% accurate. And I found that out yesterday. It's like a 80 to 70% success rate. You can never be a 100% always accurate trader unless you're an insider. And then in that case, I'm pretty sure some bureau somewhere is going to be watching your ass. So it's not even worth it, bro. They going to come get you eventually, bro. But basically, we go into 1 hour, mark out the high, lows, you already know. Fair value gaps, if we see any. We don't see any. Order block right here, so we're going to go mark that. And already we have a bias to the upside, so yeah, I'm looking for that. No negative bias, no negative. This one right here is order block too, though. Low-key larger, though. Okay, so we started off with 2 order blocks, 1 high, 1 low. That doesn't really tell me much. Price is wanting to push in the direction of what looks like higher high, higher low. I lied. This looks like this is about to be a break of structure right here if it wasn't already. So it looks like we're about to swap up trends. Because this is a higher high. So we got our higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, lower high. So this is probably about to be some chop and then a break. So let's go ahead and mark the rest of this out. I can love you better than she can. I can love you. I can love you. Fair value gap right here, but we tapped into it already. Maybe just keep it highlighted just for the shits and giggles. Make it a light color because we already touched it. Alright. Order blocks, order blocks. We got an order block here. Just darken that color. Alright, anything else am I missing? This could be an order block here, but nah. We got an order block down here too, so we can make this one dark gray too. Alright, cool. Trying another symbol. What are we talking about? Can I just not scale down to the 5 minute, or is it glitchy? It was just glitching. Alright. I can love you better than she can. Alright, bro. And now we wait. The best part. Oh my god. Order block here up top. I'm just go ahead and mark this one. I mean, if that's the case, low-key, I could just make this one white again, make this one white again, and just mark out the order blocks from back here. This one was already touched, though. Yeah, I'm not really jacking with that one. This one was touched, too, but it's like, eh. So I guess I can set it like these. This one was kind of just already. Mark it like that, maybe. I can love you. I can love you. We can move that like that. And we can move this one like this. Alright, so now we have a more accurate zone. Like I said, looking at the 15 minute, it looks like we're just going to push down. Because I'm really scaling out here. And if you scale all the way out, you can see it's obviously a low, high. Or what? Low, high, low, high. we're not gonna count the fucking small moves. Just low, high, low, high, low, higher, or lower, high. I think we're just gonna break here. Price wants to go this direction, but like genuinely, I could see price cutting down here, touching into this fair value gap a little bit, and then kicking up from there. So basically, if I haven't already explained this 50 gajillion, 50 million, 455,654 times to you guys, what we're looking for, 15-minute break, 5-minute break, 1 hour break. I did change it from a 1 hour optional to a 1 hour guarantee. So like I have to have that 1 hour break with the 15 and 5 before I take an entry off of that. We're looking for order block plus a fair value. So order block bias or fair value gap bias. I'm leaning more towards order block guaranteed plus or a fair value gap bias. So what I mean by that, if we look right here, right, come on to 15-minute, pause. Let's go to the 5-minute actually. Go to the 5-minute, right? You can obviously see here, I'm gonna get the marker out for you guys. You can obviously see here, we've got our order blocks, the 15-minute, the 5-minute, or not the 5-minute, but the 1 hour, the 5-minute. All our order blocks right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and circle them like that and make a big ass crack or what looks like lips or a peanut. I don't know what the fuck that is. But all of these right here, that's our order block bias for the day. Then you come up here and we have all these order block bias for the day. So this is really going to test my theory of like how price is moving and if this strategy works perfectly or not. Because both of these have the same amount of confluence, right? We have a 5-minute here, 15 here, 1 hour. 5-minute here, 15-minute here, 1 hour. Now the reason I would say it's going to go towards this side is obviously because of the higher balance or the higher bias. We have a 15-minute already tapped into fair value gap. So I'm assuming price is going to come back down here. It's going to fuck with this a little bit. And then it's going to be a stronger like magnetic pull downwards. But if you look at the top side, and this is going to be great for me taking notes if I'm right or wrong. If you look to the top side, all of these are consolidated in one dense spot. So I'm assuming this is stronger than this. So think of it like this, right? You get one piece of metal and you put it here. You get one big strong ass magnet and you put it here on the table. And then you get 3 kind of strong magnets in varying strengths here, but you spread them out slightly. Which one is going to pull harder, in my opinion? I think the big ass magnet's going to pull harder. You see what I'm saying? Same distance, this one's going to pull harder. Because if we pull down here, this is like a median. So price is going to have to repeat to the median. Now, is it guaranteed that price is going to come back here? Probably not. I don't fucking know, right? I don't know. Einstein and this shit. Price could guarantee to come back here. Or not could guarantee, but could come back here. Like I said, it was a 15-minute that was already tapped into before, meaning that it's slightly weaker than it was, but it could be used as a median. And the reason I say median is because this could be our new low right here. So we can already see 5-minute high, low, high, or lower high, and I'm expecting a lower low here. This would be our lower low, break below this line. If we break this line, we're pushing down. If we stay up, and let's say we set a low right here, and we continue up, then we now know. So if we see a low come like right here, and we're not really getting momentum to push down, then I'm looking for an entry on the high. This is one of those days that like you could take a trade either way. I could take a long or a short on this, honestly. So we just kind of had to watch it, see what it does. And then, yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and start it up. I've done enough yapping. Let's see what happens. I can love you. Alright, so we got some good moves. We're going to go ahead and mark out. I almost forgot this wasn't live markets for a second. I thought it was going to start moving by itself. But I was like, oh shit, I got to touch the button. Get the Vaseline, let me fuck your butt. Alright. Yeah, that's solid. 5 minutes, let's see what's happening. So it already looks like price is doing exactly what I was expecting it to do. But now it looks like we're just chopping. So once again, a part of my strategy says if price is in a continuous motion in one direction, which if we scale out, you can see we're in an uptrend, right? A clear uptrend, low, high, low, high. Now it's a lower high, but But that's because we start chopping here. We go to the 5-minute. This is our highs, equal highs. We don't have any equal lows though, I don't believe. Yeah, no equal lows, but we have equal highs. These are two equal lows, or slightly equal lows. Let's go to the 15-minute, see if it's about the same thing. Yeah, literally. Pretty equal highs right here. So I'm expecting a reverse. Due to my strategy, I'm looking for a reverse in this direction. So now I'm fully thinking, okay, this 5 minutes gonna break. This 5-minute breaks, we're gonna get into this fair value. Once we hit into this fair value again, if we break past this right here, now we're looking for a short position. And I'm gonna have to wait for this 1 hour, which will eventually come. I feel like price is gonna move again to where it's gonna set it up in a certain way that yada yada yada, and price is gonna come back. So I'm not too stressed on that, honestly. So let's go ahead and see what it does. Okay, I was fucking incorrect. Alright. So instead we break out to the top side. Now my curiosity is saying, what could have caused that? So this is a great learning experience right here. Maybe it's because low, high, low, high. And maybe it's because we broke the trend originally here. But once again, that comes from the chop. So no, maybe we just flipped. And is that because we had a previous 15 fair value gap that was already tapped into? Maybe is price just still kind of trying to find out what it's trying to do? Like, what's going on? We don't know that yet. But once again, like I said, it might just be because this bias is so strong that it's kind of just like, fuck it. So I'm going to move these lines real quick, and then we're going to see what happens again. If we break past this line up here, then we're kind of Gucci. Kinda Gucci. Sounds Japanese almost. Kana Gucci. That might be a tough ass name. Hold up. No, that name is kind of tough. Kana Gucci. All right, let's look for some high points and low points. We're gonna set like here at the max, and here at the max. Halfway point here. I'm just go ahead and set those out now. I'm not saying price is coming this direction, but if it does, then I already have these preset. Let me fuck your butt. Alright, let's see what happens. So maybe, okay, so like I said before, we were chopping, price is gonna return. So maybe price was just seeking up here to clear out these order blocks, or to tap into all of these order blocks right here. I think we missed the 5-minute order block though. Yeah, we did. But we were basically on the, nah, we were kind of in it. But anyhow, maybe price was just trying to find that liquidity and just tap into it just a little bit before it flipped. Or maybe it'll continue out, because we did just break that 15, but we didn't break an hourly. So I'm not holding too hard against it. I'm still going to hold with my position that price might come back here. Let me see. Yeah, I don't, nah. Unless we set an equal high here. I don't think we're gonna fully break off this top line here. I don't think we will. Let me go ahead and set my reverse TPs just in case as well. We would have to break past the first line, so we're gonna go boom. Damn, there's barely anything out here. Let me fuck your butt. Alright. Did the time just say 11 p.m., bro? Oh no, it's 10 a.m. Okay, cool. Let's say there's no fucking shot. Bro, this resolution should be pissing me off. Alright, gang. Hey, you sure? I think we're gonna break. What the fuck is that candle? Wait, what? Where the hell did 3 candles come from? Or did it? Bro, this fucking auto select shit, bro. Fuck. I'm like, yo, what the hell was that candle, bro? Okay, so we do break up. Alright, cool. Is that because the 1 hour time frame is like different or something? What's going on? Maybe I misread? But what did I misread though? High, low, high, low. We haven't developed a high on the hourly maybe, so that's why it looks like that. Damn, maybe we are gonna set a high here. Shit. Well, I'm entering off of this then. Yeah, I'll go ahead and enter off of that. So I need to write that down as a note. Where's my pencil and pen? Alright, cool. Alright, so we're entering off of this trade right here, I believe. Let me make sure that we're good. Yeah, so we break past all these order blocks. That means we're setting a new high. I'm taking a long position off of this, like these. And I'm probably gonna put this below this order block here. Now what I've started to do a lot is I will take a less risky position when it comes down to the size. And if I'm gonna be doing the prop firm challenge, you best believe I'm going to be taking the least risky position of all time. Now, this position's not technically too risky, but what I mean by that is the stop loss is always going to be below. As a matter of fact, I might move it slightly below the order blocks. So just in case we get a little bit of back pressure, it's not like all the way down here. Because typically I believe my stop loss would have been placed here. So we're at a 1 to 3 reward ratio right now. And we're probably going to just take partials as we go along. I don't like how my screen's fucking looking right now. This is like genuinely aggravating me. Alright, there we go. So we break past all the Johns, black and white. We already have this fair value. Okay, first delete these order blocks so I could see. We now have a fair value gap on the 15 or the 5 minute. For here, guaranteed. So price might return here. And in that case, it's a 5 minutes, not too strong. I'm not worried about it. But for this Johns, bro, we know price is gonna come back here eventually. I wouldn't even be surprised. So that's first TP smacked. Okay, cool. Now, brother, what I'm doing, because I think this fair value gap's going to get tapped, I'm just going to do this and move like those, bro. Hold up. First, we got to make sure we know how much profit we'd have made off of these trades. Let's go to ChatGPT, buddy. First. Hold up. Off of this trade alone. What, that's 0.62. Let's go CapCut, or not CapCut, calculator. So we'd have made 310 off of this trade right here. Now if I move it to the second TP, do I think we're going to hit all the way there? No. So I'm going to set another partial zone like halfway right here. At least guarantee a band off of this. But like I said, I'm going to go ahead and move this stop loss here. I think we're going to tap that stop loss. It's a little high. Maybe I can give ourselves a little bit of wiggle room like that. But 5-minute fair value gaps aren't not that devastating, so I don't know. We'll just check it out. Highs and lows. Put you through a lot, I know. Broke to 15, broke the hour, broke the 5-minute, take off of the order block bias. And let's just see if we can continue for our time. Alright. Go to the 15, see what we're working with. These are some fat fucking candles. Oh my god, I'm about to blow. I'm about to blow. I'm about to nut. I'm about to nut. These candles are insane, bro. Alright, so off of the 2 ticker, how much are we hitting? Where the hell are my numbers? Oh, why are they this far? Holy hell. Damn, that's a 3.1 multiplication off of that. That's 1.5K, you know? So we do 500, which would be the amount that I'd be risking, times 3.11. That's $1,555 to be made off this trade so far. Now, we could go for that third. I think price is going to come back a little bit more, so I'm going to just move my lines like these. We're going to move this to here. I'm going to scale that to there. Like these. And we can go ahead and guarantee ourselves about a band. So actually, let me move this even higher. Okay. First, hold up, I'm tweaking. First, this is a 5.82 profit line. 0.82 profit line. We guaranteed what? 3.11 already? 3.11 guaranteed. 0.11. So we're looking at 582 over. That's under. That's 17. So we're looking at a 271 risk to reward ratio for this. For the rest of it, Just make sure I got my numbers right. And we can set it like these. 271 would be like this. So this is our risk to reward ratio for the rest of that trade. To secure the rest of that money at least. If price dips below this, then I just subtract it by the 271 or the 1 actually. So we subtract that 500 from it. All right, let's go. I think it is gonna come back. Honestly, I'm not too stoked about this. I don't like this. We can actually we're just gonna let it ride. We're up. We're fucking with money. What the fuck is that? Oh, I was about to say, what the fuck was that? We did need a black candle up in that bitch, I ain't gonna lie. Actually, I might get out of this position, bro. Cause like, there's no real need to risk this shit. And if you look at it, we gotta set a low. Like we gotta start setting a low. We've went a decently high amount. So it's likely we could set like a low here and then push up. I would probably just close this trade out specifically and then re-enter off of this down. Yeah, I'm gonna close it here. We're gonna take the profit of, where did price, or price is like right here, right? So wherever this candle ends, this next little, or no, we can't do it off of that either. So candle ends here. So that's basically where we started the line at. We'll subtract 50 bucks. So we stop at 1.5K on the day. Now somebody's probably screaming, yo, just let it ride, bro. Gang. We're not letting it ride. We're going to keep that line right there, though. I think we have to set a new low soon. So I believe price is going to push past my break. I'm not going to take that risk until we break again. Let me go into hourly real quick, see what we got. Nothing. All right, cool. 15 minute. What we got? Not a thing. Cool. Told you, motherfuckers. It's like, I almost know what I'm talking about. This would have cleared us out of our position, bro. So we would have lost $500 for no reason. Honestly, like I said, I think we're going to come back. We're going to fill this fair value gap right here. Because this is a massive fair value gap. Even if it's a 5 minute, it's still massive. You know what else is massive? Let me not. If Ninja got a low taper fade, that would be massive. I think we're going to come back a little bit further down. See if I can make a strong fair value gap. Strong man. I think we're going to close fully in between these. Like I said, it is a 5 minute at the end of the day, so it can't hold that much weight. Okay. What the fuck? Alright, bro. We can go ahead and set this line here now. That's actually amazing. We can go ahead and also set, or no, we can't set that. We can go to the 5 minute though. And set yay and yay. I feel like I'm missing something, bro. Maybe this was our low, though. Maybe this was our low, though. It's not really a serious low, so maybe we could take off from here. Would I continue this off of a 15 5-minute break? No. Honestly, I think I'd just take profits on the day and get the fuck out. I don't think I would re-enter. Cause like, why am I risking it? I made my money on the day. I'm not. It wouldn't make any sense to risk that, Jones. For real. Because we could easily push past. I mean, if we break 15.5, I could take a small trade. But once again, it wouldn't even be worth it. I'm risking 500 to make 500. Nah, gang. Nah, I'm not taking it. It would go against my trading rules anyways. So yeah, I'll just let it ride out. Until we can form a 1 hour, then yeah. But we're most likely going to smack this right here. I know that for a fact. Like, eventually we're going to hit that. So I'm going to give us intervals until we hit this hourly. Yeah, I knew that wasn't worth the risk. It's because, like, genuinely, why would I risk it if I'm already up so much money on the day, bro? Like, gang, you gotta think at some point, you just made somebody's weekly salary, bro. Do not risk that shit. For what? For what? Bro, enter the contents of your pantaloon or your pantaloons. For what? Because no, genuinely, why are you taking that trade? You don't need it, bro. I don't need this extra something. Now it's an extra like band 0.5. So if we do get that 1 hour, which we just did get that 1 hour, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, if we get that 1 hour, which we just did, and we break that, then hell yeah, I'll take that trade again. Because I got money to play around with. But why would I take that off of that small risk? That don't make no sense. I think we're still going to close fully out of this. And then we're going to take back off. Because, like, this is a lot of fair... Or this is just fair money right here. I think we're going to fully close below this. Not fully close, but fully tap below this. Matter of fact, let me write that down, bro. Order blocks are for closing. Fair value gaps are for tapping. I'll write that on the front page. That is a great analogy. Fair value gaps are for tapping. Order blocks are for closing. Okay. 15 minutes. Let's go ahead and mark these. So yeah, if we come up all the way up here, then yeah, I'll take this trade. Alright, so I don't see any other fair value gaps or like order blocks or anything crazy. That's a fucking lie. We got a 1 hour order block right here. And we probably have 15 and 5 if that's the case. Oh, I was just about to say we got this fair value gap too. That would have been unfortunate. I guess we can. No, we're gonna keep that there. Order block on 15 minute 2. Yes, king. I'm definitely double dipping. I'm definitely double dipping. Ain't no complaints. Racks in the bank. Just No 5 minute though. Yeah, no 5 minute. This could be one, but are we fucking serious? This could be this could be a 5 minute, but I'm not gonna count that. Fair value gap that's filled. Cool. 15. Cool. Everything looks sound. Everything looks straight. I hope I didn't forget anything. We're gonna take this. Let it tick a little bit. Break on 15 and 5. We're gonna close below this, bro. Stop playing. Stop playing. Stop playing. Just tap it. Just tap into it, bro. Stop playing. Stop playing. Why you keep playing with me, bro? Stop playing, bro. Oh my god. Speed, I need this. Bro, please. Alright. Black, white here. Let's go to the 15, see what happened. So new black. Wait, hold up. Eviscerated that. That candle got turned upside down. Oh my gosh. Holy shock. This is a fair value gap right here, no? Super small one though. I mean, but we already knew price was going to come back in that direction. I think we still need to finish below this. Unfortunately, now that this 15 minute is here, price is going to want to tap this first. I guarantee, because it's so close. Price is going to want to tap this Johns, and it might just continue, and it might leave the rest of this 5 minute for later. It likes to save its food type shit. Blue face and DDG house. Oh wait, I'm tweaking. This was already tapped into. I did not see this line right here. So that's not even a fair value gap. So yeah, 5 minute might still get fully closed out. There we go. Fully closed out that 5 minute. Blue face and DDG. Got hoes in the BNB. Yeah. Now that that's fully closed, price is about to flip hard as hell. Where's the lows at on the chart? We're not coming below this line. That's not happening. That's not happening. We're not coming below this line. That's not happening. We're probably gonna stop. I mean, this was the 5 minute. We're gonna stop around like here, and we're just gonna push up violently. And I'm going to take that trade when these lines reset. Cause I already know what it is, cuz. I'm for whatever, cuz. I'm for whatever, cuz. I'm for whatever. I'm for whatever, cuz. New hourly. Okay, cool. I'm for whatever, cuz. I'm for whatever. So yeah, we're up 1.5K on the day, bro. We're vibing. Honestly, this is what, around 2 p.m. If I already, okay, I take 3-hour intervals, so this would have been me getting out of the stocks right now. But with me seeing another setup developing, I think I would have wrote it out for like another hour. So let's say we hit, it's 2 o'clock now, let's say we hit 3 p.m. and nothing happens, then I would have been out. Because anytime I take a trade and I see that there's a future setup like how we got now, I'm going to take another 3 hours to see if I can find that trade again. Because that's a potential another 1 point something K. Alright, bro. Especially now that we're back testing, like, I genuinely want to see how much I can milk out of this Jones. Pause. I'm about whatever, cuz. Come on, push up. And I'm not talking no Drake either. Okay, now we've got struggle. We've got a power struggle going on. That's about to be there. Alright. break the 5 here? Kinda. It'll probably count. It won't fucking count. Alright. I'm probably gonna break, or not break, but I'm probably gonna take the 5-minute interval to a 15. Because this is gonna chop for a bit. We're just gonna need one candle to bail us out here. There's just gonna be one massive candle knowing how this shit goes. Doing push-ups. There it goes. So maybe we are turning tide. And what time is it now? 3 or 2? Pretty much fucking 3. Is this a change of pacing? Or are we just hitting a low? No, we're just hitting a low for real. There is still plenty of space though. That's what I don't like. We could keep rolling for a minute. We're gonna get a white candle soon. Maybe not. Dang, bro, it's like slowly ticking down. That's crazy. This fair value gap is about to be bonkers though. Honestly, what time is it now? 3:20? Yeah, this is when I'd have been like, yo, gang, what is actually going on? I would need like one huge white candle for me to be like, yeah, I'm staying in. Honestly, it wouldn't be worth the profit at this point. Like, look how it's just slowly ticking. Alright, that's 4 o'clock. So yeah, I would have taken it out, taken my losses for the day. This probably is where price is gonna flip and just go buku crazy. We are gonna keep trading because obviously this is a test run. So I have no reason to technically stop, but on a normal day, nah. Like I said, we can come all the way down here, honestly. And unfortunately, I just want to see what price does before I reset the timer. Does it continue that fair value gap? I'm surprised it hasn't flipped right here. This is this is the low that I'm expecting it to flip, and it's not moving. There's just gonna be one crazy candle. Damn, yeah, it does come back to this 15 right here. It can't push too much further below it. That'd be insane, unless it was just complete trend shift. I mean, but it could push all the way to like here. This is the prominent low. So it could push to like here. That wouldn't make sense though. I think that's the first, yeah. I was just about to say that's the furthest this is gonna go. It's gonna keep pushing. Oh no, it's just chop central now. Damn! Damn! What happened here? Damn! Damn! This had to be Powell. This had to be Powell. What was that, bro? I gotta see what that was. Damn! That's insane. What day was this? December. Bro, what the fuck? 2023. '08. What happened on that day, bro? Nah, there was just a bunch of news. What was that? 7 a.m. Yeah, exactly at 7:30 a.m. was some crazy fucking news. We got Italian bank holiday, average hourly earnings non-farm employment changes, employment rate, preluum UOM consumer statement. All of that hit at 7:30. All red folders, by the way. And I'm guessing prices were already weak because it's a Euro bank holiday. If you guys want to take a look at that. So like 3 or 4 red folders hit at the exact same time at 7:30. Damn, I was like, yo, price ain't gonna break this low. One fucking candle, bro. That's why we don't trade high news. And price is probably just gonna stay in the gutter now because of that. That's insane. Oh no, it comes back a little bit. But what, 9 a.m. there was some more news, no? Yeah, this is 9 a.m. Yeah. And it was a 64% increase on that one too. So yeah, this exact candle right here was that one red folder. These two right here were those 3 red folders. So these are the 3 red folders. This is that one red folder. Price kind of recovered and then tanked again. It's probably just going to recover again. But you see how volatile price gets around red news and motherfuckers think they could trade that? That's truly gambling to its fullest. Price got to recover though. That trend was that was a pretty trend at first. Damn, that like completely fucked everything. Oh my god. Look how steady this was, and it's just a huge dip and then a huge spike. Is it trying to like recover where price was in the trend? So maybe it's gonna keep it like these and we're just gonna keep on a downtrend maybe? It looks like it's an uptrend now. Nah, it's just Chop Central, bro. Fuck. Oh my god. That was actually some crazy shit, my boy. What is 9:23? Shit, we got about what, like an hour? Yeah, I'll probably call it at that. So, boom, 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 bada bing bang, boom, boom, pow. If I go back in time, does it delete the market? Because I want to see where I had my TPs and stop losses at real quick. So I can take a picture of that. I think we already missed it. Oh no, it's right there. I'll probably just go back in my stream and take the picture of it there. Or how could I do this? If I bar replay, then I'd have to go all the way back, bro. I'm not trying to do that shit. And I'd delete all this, I believe. So, I'll probably just go in my stream and take the photo there now. I don't even remember where I got out. Yeah, it'd probably be better if I just take the picture in the fucking stream, bro. Or I'm gonna go in the video and then take the picture there. Alright. But yeah, I'm gonna end it here, man. Super duper, not even quick stream, but it was a 54-minute. Nice little chart analysis, nice little back test, took some decent notes. And yeah, up 1.5K on the day with 2.15 on the week. So that brings it to 3.6K on the week. up. Gang, you guys don't fucking understand how badly this shit is gonna be like life changing. 3.5K on the week, 3.5K a week, plus my job. Bro, I can't wait for this shit. But I gotta be patient. I gotta be patient. Like, I feel like Light Yagami right now, fighting with, you can't laugh yet. They're all gonna die. Like, because I can't celebrate yet, and I know I can't get too antsy and start the funded account now because I'm not technically ready. It seems like I'm fucking ready from off of paper, but like, you gotta slow it down, bro. But, gang, when I start making this, bro, and this 3.8K, y'all probably thinking, yo, he gonna go buy a car, a penthouse, da da da. This 3.5K is immediately going to paying all debts that I possibly owe. I'm thinking that any and every company, the IRS, everybody gotta get paid first, bro. Unfortunate as fuck. But like, I think I owe like, with all my debt, every single penny I have for everything, I think I owe like 10 racks. That's a lie. I owe that much to the IRS alone. I think I owe like 20K. 20K, something like that. But a lot of that is like small shit, bro. It's nothing crazy. But that's crazy that like genuinely you could owe 20 racks. And that shit, like to a normal person, I'd ruin your fucking life. Which most of mine is credit cards, and I'm so good with utilizing my credit cards that it's like it doesn't really affect me all too much. Yeah, it's a monthly interest charge, but it's like, the fuck. But anyhow, man, we haven't done this in a minute, but I guess I can go ahead and give you guys like a daily breakdown or whatever. But that was some of it. But how am I feeling today, man? I'm feeling great. How was yesterday? It was pretty fucking smooth. I got some great news. So yeah, that's a thing too. What do I have planned? Content, stuff like that. I do think, what is today? I think next week I have a concert planned that I gotta go to with one of my friends. So I've got some shit planned out. I actually have to go do my laundry for the rest of the day. For the rest of the day, probably jack shit, bro. I'm probably gonna sit in my room and do nothing. I was planning on going to the pool this week, but it's like, I ain't got nobody to go with, bro. I ain't just trying to sit in the pool by myself, bro, on some loner shit. So I'm gonna sit home and probably just back test a little bit more, test this strat just more, and try to get comfortable with the market. This back testing tool definitely has sped up the progress, and I should probably be ready to start the funded account in like a week or less. But it was gonna originally take me like a month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months before I was gonna get comfortable enough. And now it's starting to seem like I could start it soon. Something else I was thinking about, I had a dream about this last night. Not really a dream, but it was more of like a voice asking me this question. It was like, what am I gonna do when I make money? Like what is my goal, right? And I feel like I have to do some more soul searching on that because I don't fucking know. And I'm not talking about like my purpose, because like I feel like I have a pretty solid purpose. It's like, what is my goal? Like when I make, let's say I make all the money I want to make. Let's say I'm averaging 10 bands a week day trading, 6 bands a week plus. What is my goal with that money? Like, what do I want to do with that? And I was like, I don't fucking know. Travel, my nigga? What? So, what I think I want to do, I just want to go travel, experience, do shit that like people my age say they can't do. Like, I want to travel. If I'm making 6 bands a fucking week, bro, like I said, first I want to pay off all my fucking debt immediately. Secondly, I want to have a built up savings of about 20, 30, 40 bands, my nigga. I wanna have a crazy savings account. So I'll have to stay down for like a year. Less than a fucking year. What if I'm making 6 bands a fucking week? Nigga. Shit. What the fuck? Yo, that don't no. Hell nah, that's crazy numbers. Let's do some math real quick, right? Let's say I'm making 6 bands a week. 6 times what? It's 52 weeks in a year. It's 312,000 a year. That shit's retarded. Let's say I'm making 6 bands a month. Okay, that's a little bit more, that's $72,000 a year. And then let's set aside some for tax. That's probably what, like 15K in taxes, allegedly. Because obviously, if I'm making this much money in trading, I would have the structure to get that shit written off. You best believe we're getting new monitors, we're getting new cars, we're getting work vehicles, we're getting new laptops, I'm getting notebooks. Matter of fact, I'm probably gonna buy 754 notebooks a year just so I can write them off. We're getting new security systems for the office. We're getting new beds, new desks, new blinds, new posters, new music, new camera setups, new microphones, new lights. Nigga, I'm going crazy on my mama. What the fuck is you talking about? If I'm sending 15K somewhere, it better be going towards making me more bread. The fuck are you talking about? But bro, let's say 3K on this week. I let that ride. 3K. We're at 3.6K honestly, but 3.6K times equals nigga. I'd be making 172 banyons on y'all niggas' heads, bro. That's crazy work. That don't make no sense. For real skis. I can't wait, bro. Like, what does somebody do with that much money? Like, I feel like you would just enter a perpetual state of boredom or something. I don't know, bro. When I was touching something near that much money for the first few, and I should have known that I was gonna blow my fucking accounts when I was making 20K per fucking trade, 12K per trade. That's not normal. That's not normal, bro. I should have known I was gonna blow something. And I mean, like I said, I did. It's whatever. But cause now I'm looking at this shit and I'm making like 3K off the week, and it's only been 2 days. That's 2 trades. Honestly, I would have left this I think I'd probably put a weekly goal of like 4 bands. And then just, if I get around that number, just let it go. Cause, bro, that's more than enough money, and I don't need to risk more through the week. So if I'm up 3K, 4K on the week, why do I need to trade more unless I see a sexy setup? So I used to only trade 3 days in a fucking year. So if we do the math that way, I believe I'd be making still 87,000 or something like that gross. So it'd be, let's make it lower. Let's say 3K. So 3.0 times 5. Yeah. Let's ask ChatGPT. I don't feel like doing all that fucking math. Chat. If I make $3,000 a week and only day trade 3 times a week, how much would I make in a year? $156K? Damn. That's way above what I thought. It was literally almost double of what I thought. Shit. Yeah, that's too much, bro. Like, I know we all have goals and dreams of being millionaires and shit. 100,000 is too much for me, gang. I mean, yeah, I know you gotta buy a house and all that shit, but 156,000 from just stocks. what you guys aren't thinking is that money is also scalable. Let's say I make 3K and I leave that in my account for the week. And now instead of me trading with 500 per trade, I'm now trading with what, like 600, something like that. So let's do the math on. Or actually no, it would just be 5,000 or $530 for one trade. So if I made 3,000 on the week, that would now be $530 that I could trade with, because that's 1% of my account size. I lied. It would be $503. I think. No, it would be 530 because it would be 50,000, then 10% of 50,000 or 1% of 50,000 would be 530 if I were to add 3,000 to it. So I'd be trading with about 530,000 or $530. Holy shit, I'm brain fucking myself. $530, and as that compounds, let's say I add another 6K after 2 weeks. That's a fucking 590. So I'm basically trading $600 a week. That magnifies my income by like fucking sixfold, bro. And it starts compounding so quick. Cause now from there, that money with the same multiplication factors of the 3,000 initially would be scaled up to like, now I'm making 5K in profit, 4K in profit. Cause do the math like this: 5 times 3 is what? 1,500. Now do 6 times 3. That's 1,800. Now do fucking 7 times 3. You see what I'm saying? Like now you're at 2,100. Now do 8 times 3. Now you're at 2,400. Like it scales quick as shit. So if you can get to like 10 racks, or fucking holy shit, bro, do a ban for each trade. Now I'm looking at 2 point something, or no, 3K. That's 3K per trade, bro. On a 1 to 3 risk reward ratio, that's insane, bro. The potential is there, definitely. I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch or before I eat them, but yeah, I'm hyped for this, man, for sure. Like I said, I gotta go ahead and not even edit any videos today. I'm actually stuck in a perpetual state of boredom. Probably going a little quick bike ride, even though I did my skincare routine, so I have to do my laundry first. So do laundry. I already cleaned my bathroom, cleaned my room. Shit, what more is there to fucking do? For real. Bike ride, yeah. But then I get done with the bike ride and it's like, damn, I come home and do fucking nothing. It's 9 a.m. And this is the bad part about day trading. I'm going to sit here and let you guys watch me process what the hell I'm going to do for the rest of the day. Because, like, genuinely, day trading is just this. You finish for the day that quick. I mean, I'd have been ending at, what, like 11 or something? Because it wouldn't have been this damn fast. But ending at about 11... And then it would have been what? What do I do after that? Laundry's done. Cleaning is done. Nothing to organize because everything is already clean. A bike ride would probably last me about an hour or two. Literally just sit home and do shit all. Yo, why would you ever want to work a job? Because shit like this. Might as well maximize the amount of money. Like, I would have genuinely just said, fuck it for the day. We're going in to go work. At least go get some extra fucking cash. But anyhow, man, I'm going to end it for the day. Gotta make some clips. Probably make a few TikToks. Watch some videos. Do some random shit. And I'll see y'all tomorrow, I believe. What's tomorrow? Friday? Yeah, I should see y'all tomorrow afternoon at like 2, 3, something like that. So, yeah, I'll see y'all later, man.